Okay, I think it's time for me to show how we solve this exercise, because I imagine all of you have the same questions. So maybe take a look here, at my screen for a second. So what we are doing here when we created the food container foreground database. In this database, I have a number of activities. So for example, I have a container lid here, and 1 kilogram of container lid needs 1 kilogram of polypropylene, for instance. Or 1 kilogram of packaging needs 1 kilogram of folding boxboard carton. That's what I chose. Same goes for the plastic container base. 1 kilogram of the base needs 1 kilogram of polypropylene. And for the silicon seal, it is also the same. 1 kilogram of the seal needs 1 kilogram of this of silicon product. And here I chose markets. You can choose something else. Now, for the production of the plastic food container, I collect all of those components that we created, right? So it's the silicon seal, it's the plastic container base, it's container lid and packaging with the right amounts. At the same time, we also use some kind of heat to produce it, which is in megajoules, and we use some kind of electricity, which I chose to be low voltage, for instance, here. And the locations here for me are everywhere Switzerland so far. And here is also everything Switzerland. For the electricity, you had to convert the number by dividing by 3.6. So megajoule to kilowatt hours. Okay, so this is the production. Now we have the produced food container, and what we need to do next is we need to model the complete life cycle. For that, what we're still missing. Like before, I always had kilograms, and the reason for that was when we were talking about transport, it's usually the transport is in ton. The unit of the transport activities is ton kilometer, which means the weight of what we are transporting, and for how what is the distance? What is the transport distance? That's why before the model container was always in kilograms, not in just units, not one container. Whereas now from this point on, we can make it a unit, and we know that one plastic container is 210 grams. So that's how much container we need here. Then we also know that it will be incinerated. So we choose market for municipal solid waste. And because it's waste, we have a minus sign here. Now, transport. How do we model transport? We know that the weight of our plastic food container is 0.21 kilograms. Divided by 1,000, we would have tons, and multiplied by 100 kilometers. So this is the number that you need to put in here. That's why here it's 0.021. So first you compute kilograms to tons, and then you multiply by the distance traveled. And if you look at the transport data set, then you will see there that even though the total distance traveled, so 100 kilometers is the distance, is the total distance, plus 100 kilometers for the way back when the lorry is empty. But if you look at the transport data set, you will see that it says that the empty return trip is already taken into account. So you need to multiply it by just 100 kilometers and not 200.